Hello friends, in previous video we learned how to design a turnbuckle. So this is the turnbuckle and we learned how to design a turnbuckle. Also we have seen design procedure used to design this turnbuckle. Now let us see one design problem. So this is design problem for turnbuckle. It is required to design a turnbuckle for connecting the tie rods in the roof truss. The maximum pull in the tie rod is 60 kilonewton. That is, this is P. This P is 60 kilonewton. That is 60,000 Newton. So P is 60,000 Newton. Design turnbuckle and specify the dimensions. So this is a design problem. Now let us see the design of turnbuckle step by step. So first step in a design of any machine component is selection of material. Selection of material, and in a design procedure we have seen which material is used for which part of a turnbuckle. So selection of material. We know that for tie rods and coupler nut, for tie rods and coupler nuts, tie rods and coupler nut, plain carbon steel of grade, plain carbon steel of grade 30 C8 is used. For that SYT is equal to 400 Newton per mm square. And for coupler grey cast iron of grade FG 200 is used. So SUT is equal to 200 Newton per mm square is the ultimate strength for grey cast iron of grade FG 200. Now the second step is selection of factor of safety. Selection of factor of safety. Selection of factor of safety. So in case of turnbuckle, there is misuse. So to account the misuse from workers, higher factor of safety is used. That is 5. So FS is taken as 5. Now the third step is permissible stresses. Permissible stresses. Permissible stresses. Now for tie rod and coupler nut, for tie rods and coupler nut, different permissible stresses are there. For tie rod and coupler nut, sigma T is equal to SYT divided by factor of safety, that is 400 divided by 5, that is equal to 80 Newton per mm square, and tau is equal to 0.5 SYT divided by factor of safety. So 0.5 into 400 divided by 5, that is equal to 40 Newton per mm square. Now for coupler sigma T is equal to, we require only sigma T for coupler. So SUT divided by factor of safety. So for a coupler SUT is equal to 200 divided by 5, that is 40 Newton per mm square. Now the next step is dimensions. Let us find all the dimensions. Now the first dimension is design load. Design load, that is PD. So for to find out design load, we know that empirical relation is there, that is 1.3 times P. So 1.3 into P is 60,000. So that is equal to 78,000 Newton. 78,000 Newton is a design load. This is the design load. Now the second dimension is diameter of threaded rod. Second is diameter of diameter of threaded rod, that is threaded rod, that is D. First find out core diameter DC. So for DC we know that sigma T is equal to PD divided by pi by 4 DC square. So sigma DC square is equal to PD divided by pi by 4 into sigma T. This is simple mathematics. So DC square is equal to PD is 78,000 divided by pi by 4 into sigma T for threaded rod, that is tie rod, is 80. So DC square becomes, so this value becomes 1241.4085. So take a root of this answer, you will get 35.2376 mm. So DC is equal to 36 mm. 36 mm. Now find out nominal diameter of this tie rod, that is D. So D is equal to DC divided by 0.84. So DC is 36 divided by 0.84. You get D is equal to 42.8577 mm. So round up this value, that is 44 mm. This is the nominal diameter of tie rod. Now the third dimension is length of coupler nut. Third dimension is length of coupler nut. Length of coupler nut, that is small l. So we know that to find out length of coupler nut, this empirical relation is used, that is tau is equal to PD divided by pi DC L. So for coupler nut, tau is 40 Newton per mm square. So L is equal to PD divided by pi DC into tau. This is simple mathematics. So PD is 78,000 divided by pi into DC is a 36 and tau for coupler nut is 40. So let us put these values in your calculator. You will get 17.2417 mm. Let us round up this value. So L is equal to 18 mm. The length of coupler nut is 18 mm. Now the next fourth dimension is dimension number 4, outside diameter of coupler nut. Outside diameter of coupler nut. Outside diameter of coupler nut, that is this diameter D, capital D. So we know that coupler nut fails in tension. So sigma T is equal to PD divided by pi by 4 D square minus small d square. From that we have to find this D. So pi by 4 d square minus d square into sigma T is equal to PD. Pi by 4, put the values, pi by 4 d square minus pi by 4. So this pi by 4 multiply to both the terms. So pi by 4 into small d is 44, 44 square into sigma T is for coupler nut, sigma T is 80 is equal to PD is 78,000. Now this 80 also multiply in this bracket. So pi by 4 into 80, pi by 4 into 80 is 62.83 into this d square minus pi by 4 into 44 square into 80. This value is 121642.83 0.46 is equal to 78,000. So 62.83 d square is equal to, this minus value goes on this side, becomes plus. So the total value is 199642.4675. So d square is equal to, this becomes divide here. So 3177.5022. Take a root of this. So d becomes 56.3693 mm. So round up this value, that is 58 mm. So capital D is 58 mm. So this is the value of capital D, 58 mm. Now see the fifth dimension, that is inside diameter of coupler. Inside diameter of coupler. Inside diameter of coupler, that is D1. For that, empirical relation is there. So D1 is equal to small d plus 6. So small d is 44 plus 6, that is 50 mm. So capital D1 is 50 mm. D1 50 mm. Now let us see the next dimension, that is sixth dimension is outside diameter of coupler, that is capital D2. Outside diameter of coupler. Outside diameter of coupler, that is D2. So coupler fails due to tension. So sigma T is equal to PD divided by pi by 4 D1 square D2 square minus D1 square. So in same way, sigma T into pi by 4 D2 square minus D1 square is equal to PD. Put the values. So for coupler, sigma T is 40 into pi by 4 into D2 square minus D1 is 50 square is equal to 78,000. Now multiply by this value in this bracket, you will get 31.4159 D2 square minus is 40 into pi by 4 into 50 square. This value 31, this value is 40 into pi by 4, that is 31.4159 into this 50 square is equal to 78,000. So find out this value, and if this value goes on this side, becomes plus, then the total is 31.4159 D2 square is equal to, total of this is 156539.8163. So D2 square is equal to, divide, so it becomes 4982.82. Take a root of this answer, so D2 will become 70.58 mm. So D2 is equal to 72 mm. 72 mm. So this is the outside diameter of coupler, that is D2. Now the next seventh dimension is length of coupler. Length of coupler between nut. Length of coupler between nut, that is capital L. This is capital L. For that, empirical relation is there. Capital L is equal to 6 into D. So 6 into small d is 44, so 264 mm. 264 mm is the length between coupler nuts. Now the eighth dimension is thickness of coupler, that is T. Thickness of coupler is T. So T is equal to 0.5 times D. So that is equal to 0.5 into D is 44. So that is 22 mm is the thickness of coupler. And the last step is ninth, thickness of coupler nut. That is T1. So T1 is 0.75 times diameter of tie rod. So 0.75 into 44. So it is 34 mm. T1 is 34 mm. And the last step is, that is fifth main step, is dimensioned sketch. So dimensioned sketch. So draw this sketch below this point. Draw this sketch by using all the dimensions. Draw this sketch below this step. So this is the design problem of turnbuckle. So thank you very much.